the only way. YouTube, vinyl community, people of the internet, I hope 2023 is going all right for you so far. Hopefully we'll have a decent year. Hopefully we'll all have a decent year. I do apologise for the poor lighting. It's always been bad in this room. I will try and brighten things up a bit, hopefully with a bit of editing, but we'll see how it goes. This is a 2-for-1 video. It's a competition entry to support fellow Brit Jimmy Barnes, his channel. Excuse me. And it's also a bit of a tribute. You'll probably fathom out, or you might have already had a bloody good rough idea as to who it is, but it's not just about one person. It's about a band and 2 others from the band who are also gone as well. But yeah, more of that as we go along. So yeah, Jimmy's competition. I know I'm bloody useless at leaving links in descriptions. I keep saying I'd do it, and I forget, but I will do it, because it's kind of part of one of the things Jimmy wanted you to do. So yeah, get on over to Jimmy's channel, have a look. It's not just music, there is music in there. There's Funko Pops and goodness knows what else. Your best bet is to get over there and have a good look through and watch the videos. Give him a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. He's a decent bloke. Very droll sense of humour, which I like. So yeah, and go over there and sort of have a look through the videos, discover for yourself. Like it's so much better than me sitting here trying to explain it all to you. But this competition, it's not just vinyl. You can use CDs, music, DVDs, whatever you got to illustrate your answers. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get going. Show 2 records, and I'm saying records as opposed to LPs, because I'm not just showing LPs in this. Show 2 records, same act. One from the 20th century, one from the 21st century. I think actually I've got 4 here, because they all these answers involve one band. Okay. You've had a big clue as to who it is, really. This band were originally known as the Coventry Automatics, and I hope you can see that okay. This is actually on brown vinyl. I'm not going to get it out, and it's been autographed by that man there, Neville Staple. Okay, bit of an introduction as to what band it is. So this is the record from the 20th century. You'll know the Coventry Automatics better as this band, the Specials, the pride of two-tone, and of course there he is, Joey Dammer's there, the man behind the two-tone movement, inclusivity, black and white, playing music together. Okay, so that was the 20th century, and actually that was released 1979 on exactly the same day One Step Beyond by Madness, the album, was released. Oh, and one other thing, that pose there, Jerry Dammers based that on another album sleeve by his favourite band and his favourite album by them at the time. Whether they're still his favourites or what, I don't know. But that is based on another album. And any idea as to what it is or who they are? I'll let you know later. Mull over it. So yeah, 21st century, and I actually purchased this morning. I was over in Kettering doing a bit of shopping in the shopping centre there, and they got a HMV record shop, and I thought I generally go in and have a look and see what's on sale and that. And I literally came across this by accident. I knew I didn't have it, and 19.99. I thought, yeah, why not? So I picked it up and I brought it home. I haven't actually played it yet. This is the Specials' last album, 2021, and that's on the Island label. You can see that okay. Don't want the light reflecting off the shrink. But I was going to show you the previous album, which is this one, and it's Encore by the Specials. And I've got to admit, I wasn't really into this one when I got it home and played it originally. And just trying to see the date on this one. I've got it on the sleeve here. 2019, Encore. It's when Terry Hall got back to together with Linval Golding, Horace Panter. Started singing again with them. This one's quite dark, moody, political, and it's always going to be compared. Later albums are always going to be compared with the original, the first and the best. But it took a few listens of this to sort of appreciate it. I think there's an insert in here. Yeah. Insert with song. I didn't realise that, to be honest. I've totally forgotten about it. But yeah, it took a few listens. Admittedly, it's okay. Digital download as well. I don't know if you can still download it. If somebody wanted it, the code, you're more than welcome to have it. Yeah, favourite track on here is one by a lady, I think it's Safi Khan, something like that. She's a sort of feminist protester type person. And it's called 10 Commandments. And I don't know if it's a jab at Prince Buster or what, I don't know, but yeah, it's not a bad tune. Like I say, this album took a few listens before I sort of got into it. So that's the first question. 20th century, 21st century, show a record, second release. Let me go through my little pile of records here. Here it is. Take it out the sleeve. Whoops. Fragile. Yeah. probably tell there's some added extras with this one. Their second release, more specials. This is the album where Joey Dammers, the founder of the specials, the man behind Two Tone, sort of went a bit, you know, he went a bit kaplunk. He tried to kind of reinvent Two Tone, and when the band were in the studio recording this, what the bloody hell's this? What's going on here? And yeah, a lot of them didn't like what was going on. The sounding of the recording and whatever got some people angry, and that's when things started to go downhill really for the specials. That album comes with a free single, 7-inch single, and a mini poster as well. But as you can see, the black lady who features on the front of the album sleeves, not on the poster. I think if they included her, the poster would have to be bigger, and I think there was issues with actually getting it in the record sleeve. But yeah, that's the second question. That's Coventry Canal Basin or something. It's all filled in now and built on, apparently. So yeah, that's Jimmy's second question. This includes the singles Stereotype and International Jet Set. Still thinking about what that album sleeve front cover's based on. Keep thinking. Show a record duo. Well, I've got duets. One of them's on here actually. Track there, I Can't Stand It, which is Terry Hall singing a duet with this lady. That lady is Rhoda Dakar. Rhoda Dakar was a lead singer of the all-female two-tone band The Body Snatchers. Okay, and that's autographed by Rhoda. Great, fantastic album. Got some 7-inch singles in the collection behind there, and I believe she's due to release another album this year in conjunction with another single release. More about that in another time. Terry Hall did duets with other people as well. I have to refer to my notes here. There's a song on here. Well, there's a couple of songs actually. Our Lips Are Sealed. I'm not sure who exactly he sang that with. It might be with a lady called Katrina Phillips, who he duetted on the Colourfield tune, because Terry Hall just wasn't in the specials. He when the specials jacked it all in, some of them went on with members of the Beat to form the Special AKA. Terry Hall, Lynn-Val Golding played guitars with the specials. Neville Staple, vocalist. They formed the Funboy Three. And then that went pear-shaped. Terry Hall, I think it was the Colourfield, the first one he started with two other chaps, and I think a lady as well. And that lady was Katrina Phillips, and they did a tune called Thinking of You, which is on this CD collection. I don't actually have it on vinyl. So yeah, he also duetted with Sinead O'Connor as well, of all people. So yeah, not so much a duo but duets. Number 4, for a bonus, a Brucey bonus, show a record that you have 2 or more copies of. Well, I could have showed other albums, but not really connected with this. By other people, I could show Ian Jury ones, but I'm saving them for another video. So yeah, let me take this out of this. If I winkle this one out the cover. Ghost Town. This is a 2021 reissue, extended version, featuring a little bit of extra trombone playing by Rico Rodriguez, whose surname I can never ever pronounce. Okay, and also on here, Terry Hall was a prolific songwriter as well, but he never, well, he wrote one song on his own for the specials, but he did an awful lot of co-writing. But Jerry Dammers seems to get a lot of the credit for the songs and all that, the songwriting and that. But Terry Hall wrote that one on the bottom, Friday night, Saturday morning. So yeah, a prolific songwriter, but most of it was co-writing. Obviously he did do stuff on his own later on in his career. Okay, so I've got that one on 12-inch. Just take the front sleeve out. 7-inch single as well. And all the song lyrics on the back. Also, Friday night, Saturday morning appears on that one with the lyrics as well on the back. Yeah, so record you have 2 more copies of, Ghost Town Specials, Jerry Dammers' masterpiece, or Specials masterpiece. It's number 1, I think, for a few weeks, possibly a month. Perhaps I should have researched it a bit more, but yeah, one of the best number 1 hit singles here in Britain of all time, for sure. And Jerry Dammers' The Specials masterpiece, absolutely brilliant, fantastic. If you never heard Ghost Town, where have you been? Lastly, promote this competition, Jimmy Barnes's channel on social media. The only social media I do apart from YouTube, I suppose YouTube's social media, isn't it? I do have a Facebook page, but I use that's under my real name. I will post music occasionally. I'm a member of music channels on Facebook and that, but I like to sort of keep that. That's my own thing. That's my own little space away from the pressures of life, and I very rarely use it nowadays. Anyway, very rarely post on there. Usually with something that's upset me and really got my goat, you know. Oh, don't upset me. But I will be doing videos, Jimmy, where I'm going to give shout outs to fellow Brits to help support them. I've had a load of support and, you know, encouragement in the past, so why shouldn't I give it back? I will give your channel and you a shout out, and when I've done that, it should be up and done maybe later on this week or next weekend. When I've done that, I'll let you know, and that'll be on YouTube. I do have another YouTube. Well, I don't go on YouTube and look at other stuff, but I use a different name for that, and it's sort of just general interest hobbies, and it's. I might even put a little shout up there for you on that one and let you know, so you can go and see and double check. So yeah, I hope that's all right for you. So yeah, Terry Hall. I had to make notes because I've got a terrible memory. No, I can't even remember my own bloody name sometimes. Terry Hall, lead vocalist with the Specials. He's a Coventry lad, born in March 1959. Obviously passed away 18th of December 2022. He was married a couple of times, a couple of sons, and a big part of my sort of late teens and into my 20s and that, Terry Hall, Specials, and music in general was part of the scene I got into, the scootering scene, and the music involved in that, northern soul and ska and two-tone and skinhead reggae and punk and oi and psychobilly, lots of it. But the Specials were a band I really loved, and loved listening to them. I loved jumping up and down and dancing to them. I couldn't dance to northern soul, not wearing size 10 bloody Doc Martens and combat trousers, and I had 2 left feet anyway, but I found it was easier sort of jumping up and down and dancing to things like the Specials and Madness and skinhead reggae and that. And I loved them, and it was always the talk of the schoolyard. Oh, did you see Madness on the telly last night? Did you see the Specials? Did you see Terry Hall and that? Rico and Neville Staple used to jump up around and bound up and down on the stage, and that. He's always very animated. But Terry always used to look sort of quite sad and solemn. And some of the lyrics he wrote in that were quite sad and solemn too. But when you go back and look at his history, the events that were happening to him, yeah, you'd understand why he had problems, and he looked so sad all the time, depressed. Yeah, he was actually kidnapped when he was a child by one of his teachers, or ex-teachers, and abused. And I think he got beaten up and just dumped on the roadside. So you'll understand why he sometimes looked, a bit solemn and sad and, like I say, depressed and that. I think he did have mental difficulties, but not surprising when you find out what happened to him and that. But yeah, great musical career, and not just him, as I've sort of alluded to earlier on, who's passed away from the Specials. There's actually 3 of them. John Bradbury, the drummer, the Specials. He drummed. He also did a bit of producing and that. Yeah, he passed away December the 28th, 2015. Which I'm sure well, it was quite a shock to me back then, but I think Terry Hall's death has probably hit me the most, saddened me the most. So yeah, 2015, Brad the drummer passed away, December the 28th. Earlier on that year, trombonist Rico Rodriguez. Oh, I always have trouble with that surname. Let's take this out of the sleeve so we haven't got any bloody glare. There he is, Rico Rodriguez. He was actually born in Cuba, Cuban descent, as was there's another ska singer, famous, born in Cuba. Laurel Aitken. He was born in Cuba. Most people think he was Jamaican, but no, he was born in Cuba. Laurel Aitken, famous ska trombonist. I will put up a video and you'll see him in the background on trombone. Yeah, that's on the famous. This is actually a reissue, a re-release. Custom two-tone label. So yeah, he passed away same year as Brad. We'll put that back in there in a minute. I've got my notes here. Sorry, I have to keep referring to them. Yeah, Rico passed away 2015 on the 4th of September. And he did have an MBE actually for his services to music. But an interesting piece of trivia. Specials covered a song. It's on their first album. Let me just try dig it out. There's so many bloody records here. What have I done with it? Well, they covered a song called Rudy, A Message to You. A Message to You, Rudy. There it is. On that album, their first album. And Rico played trombone on that. Rico also played trombone on the original version by this man, Andy Livingston. Rico played trombone on loads and loads of early ska, blue beat, skinhead reggae type records. He's a bit of a journeyman, you know. But he was a bit of a sort of a father figure in the specials. He was older than the rest of the band. So yeah, Rico played trombone on A Message to You, Rudy, the cover by the Specials. There he is again. And he also played on the original one by Andy Livingston. Picked out some 7-inch singles. Terry Hall and the Lads. Linval. There's Linval Golding. Neville Staple, who I've actually met, him and his wife. Lovely, lovely people. Terry Hall in the middle. They formed a band after the Specials called the Fun Boy 3. And this one's called The Telephone Always Rings. It's actually a great catchy tune. Another one by them, because he wasn't just in Specials. Obviously I mentioned the Fun Boy 3. He was in a band called the Colourfield. I used to have a 7-inch single of a song called The Colourfield. Christ knows where it's got to. He was in a band called Vegas. He did solo stuff. Like I already mentioned, he duetted with Sinead O'Connor, amongst others. Our Lips Are Sealed. An example of his co-writing there with what's her name? Weidlin. Lady from the Go-Go's. Terry Hall and Weidlin. I can't remember. Is it Jane Weidlin? Something like that. I can't remember. I do apologise. Our Lips Are Sealed. Cracking tune that is, actually. And Fumble Free also used to sing with this girl trio here in Britain as well. Occasionally did a few records. Bananarama. So yeah, I did ask earlier, that first Specials album. I've got records and sleeves all over the bloody place here. First Specials album, that Pose, is based on another extremely famous album by an extremely famous British band. My favourite, actually, as much as I love the Specials, this other band are my absolute favourites. That Pose is based upon that. My Generation by The Who. Absolutely love The Who. Yeah, but like I say, I don't know if they're still his favourite band. If this is still his favourite record, I don't know. You'll have to ask him. I might actually, if I get to meet him, I'll ask him. I'll ask him about it. I occasionally go over to Coventry with the daughter, every so often, to the Two-Tone Village. There's a museum there and cap and a gift shop and all that sort of malarkey. You can buy records and sort of skinhead two-tone type clothing and that. And they've got a bar and small hall there where they do live music and that. Great place to spend a couple of hours and relax. But, Neville Staple and his wife Sugary Staple are great supporters of that place, as are people like Jerry Dammers. He appears there occasionally. Pauline Black, lead singer, the Selector. Lots and lots of people involved in the two-tone movement. Yeah, two-tone. Never mind Black Lives Matter and all that malarkey. Two-tone. The greatest multicultural movement of all time. Hello YouTube vinyl community, you're probably wondering what the hell's happened. The filming on the phone went a bit skew whiff. Something went kaplunk. So yeah, bless you for watching. Bless you for taking time out during your busy day. Good luck with the rest of the competition entries, etc., Jimmy. I will put up all the links, etc., and let people know about the contest. Yeah, all that remains for me to say is Brad, Rico, Terry, thanks for the music. Thanks for the memories. Rest easy. Thank you. Cheerio.